See, with iCloud Kitchen, the example that you gave before, I get it. I can actually connect the dots. But when we're involving humans and mental anxiety, I don't know, I guess I have a challenge with that. I know I heard Elon Musk, which is probably the smartest individual on the planet.
What do you mean?
I think, exactly. We're not smarter than Elon Musk, mate. But I think he said, we better be careful how we go about AI because it's bloody dangerous. What you've just described in my world, that's dangerous. But that's just me. That's just my makeup.
Yeah, I think you're just using a different lens.
Yeah,
and
I am.
And you're probably anti-technology and anti-AI and for these sort of things. Where I'm an embracer. So for me,
I embrace technology
I think this is
where
cracking.
I can see the merit of it, but I don't want to embrace technology where it can replace the human factor. That's just me.
But you're already doing that.
Like these driverless cars, right? I mean, I don't know what your point of view is, right? I'm going to jump into an electric car, all right? I'm going to sit in the passenger seat. I might as well sleep, buddy, and the car's going to take me to the destination.
Yes.
What a lot of crap.
It's happening now, though.
But I know it is, but what a lot of crap.
Like, well, you know about the company in the States?
Like
I think it's called Wago. I think it's called Wago.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. They're doing that. Is it Wago? I don't know if I had the right name. But
yeah, are they Aussie? There was an Aussie one that was doing it too. But
I don't know if they're Aussie, but they're doing it. And you look at the cars, like they're built like they're going to space or something.
Yeah.
But that's happening. That's doing it.
But again, laziness. It all comes down to laziness because all new ideas are born because of convenience. Would you agree?
A lot of new ideas. I wouldn't say every new idea, but a lot of new ideas,
usually you have to embrace technology to make it happen. Now, are we going to jump into cars that are going to take us from destination A to B without you touching anything? Well, the answer is yes. And I think they've proven it. It's going to be safer. You're not going to be speeding. You're not going to be doing burnouts like what you do, all right? So don't worry about that. So I can see them, but again...
But if there's enough of them around,
it'll happen.
You don't need a car. You don't need insurance.
No, you don't.
You don't have to worry about demerit points and losing your license.
How many times have you lost your license? Can't be honest.
That's for another podcast.
No, just be honest. Don't tell me
Once.
now. Bullshit.
Once.
You've only lost your license once?
Yep.
I've blown it 7 times.
There you go. So you need a driverless car.
Yeah.
But it's just evolution, right? Do I want it? No, I actually like driving a car and,
feeling it.
Yeah, feeling as, zooming in and out of traffic. And I actually enjoy that part of the driving. So I probably would not be a heavy user or something like that. But are there times where hopping in a driverless car where I don't have to worry about anything and I can keep working, I can hold a meeting in the car, I can do whatever I want? Does that appeal to me? Yeah, at some point it does, because sometimes...
No, there's always merit.
There's sometimes... Yeah, multi-skilling like that, or I'm not multi-skilling, but, the task, I don't have to drive, so I can use that time in the car from going A to B, do other things in that time, is appealing to me.
Have you seen the video about robotics building you a house?
I've seen not a whole house, I've seen the roof tiles, so there's the roof tiles.
The bricks?
Yeah, the bricks, but I've heard of... this technology where, and it's all prefab homes generally.
Yes.
So it can't, it's not going to do architectural design homes. But yeah, they can do them in a fraction of a cost.
Yes, they can. And especially with what we're suffering.
Do you like that or you don't like that?
Oh, I do like it.
No, you like that one. Why do you like that one? That's getting rid of all the tradies.
Because we're getting killed at the moment, people building homes. It's so bloody expensive. So I can see the merit of that. But I can also see if these robotics can go and build a bloody home, well, there go all the bricklayers in one hit, because the labour costs worldwide is so expensive, especially in Australia, Mark. It's sickening of how expensive that the labour costs are.
Yeah. That's a different topic altogether. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. It's our cost of living is high, the labour's high, and it's all self-perpetuating that way. So
and another thing that I found, and it happens to me every year, like my parents are in their 80s, like late 80s, and where was I? I think I was in Prague? Look, I can't remember where I was. I was at this particular airport, no staff.
At the airport?
When I say no staff, there's no one behind the counter, mate, all right? You got to basically get your mobile phone, check in. I mean, they do it now. It's everywhere. You know what went through my head? Imagine if my folks were at this destination. I'm sure there'll be a staff member to come and help you, but it's all automated now. It's all about saving costs.
Yeah.
All right?
The scary thing with that one is what happens if someone's phone is flat? Forgot to charge it and whatnot. You can't get your barcode up.
What if you lose your phone?
Or lose your phone, your whole trip stuff.
Yeah.
So that's some of the, they have to have a safety net for that. So, here's my passport, here's who I am. I can't do this part.
Yeah. So technology is definitely... Look, I can see there's a lot of merit with reference to technology. Even in the sporting field today, cricket, everything has to be referred if it's LBW or if it's in
soccer
or football, VAR, you have the line.
It's for better decision making.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's a big industry. Like you think about sport, it's, the gambling side of sport, the prize money of sport, the money that's paid to players and so forth. Making the wrong decision could cost people a lot of money.
True.
And so using technology to make better decisions is a good thing. If assuming it's making decisions better. Now, what you'll find in these technologies, because they're emerging, they're not foolproof.
No, they're not.
Like you look at the VAR, like sometimes there's like head-scratching decisions made on the VAR because it hasn't been refined yet. It's still working towards getting there.
Do you find that we take technology for granted, or we just look at it as part of our everyday lives now?
It's probably the both. I think we do take it for granted because it is part of our everyday life. Like how many people don't have a mobile phone?
Yeah.
Not many.
Interesting.
Not many. How many people don't have remote TVs? You talk about technology and being lazy. Why was the remote? Because it was convenient to sit on your couch, just flick from channel to channel and not have to get up and change it all the time.
I know. Let's change tact. Have we got enough time to talk about regrets?
Yes.
We have?
Depending how many regrets you've got.
No, we're not going to talk about it. But do you have any regrets? Forget the financial ones. Because,
no, I talk about life regrets.
Yeah, because the financial ones are easy. You lost a lot of money, you cried for 5 minutes, and you just kept moving on. Okay, done. Next.
Yeah. Do I have life regrets? I'm one of those odd people that doesn't really suffer from regret much and doesn't regret much because everything is happens for a reason, and it's more about what I get out of it. What's my learning, and so if you make a mistake. Sure, I might regret that mistake.
But you move on.
But I'll move on very quickly. I'm a very forward person. I don't have a lot of rearview mirrors and worry about things in the past. But
well, you can't do anything about it anyway.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. That's a fact.
But your question is, do I have regrets? No, I don't have that many regrets that now, if you ask people in my family and network and whatever, they're probably saying, oh, you should have some regrets. You've got this, and this. I just don't subscribe to the regret theory. And so, is there anything in my life I would go back and change, knowing now if I knew then what I know now?
But you can't even have that argument now.
I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, you can't have that argument because you're not going to do anything about it anyway.
Do I regret, spending more years at uni than I should have? No, because I had a cracking time. I loved it.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Do I regret probably the one thing, if I had one regret, and it's not a regret that it's something I did and it was a mistake, it was what I didn't do. I never did much travelling. And so I'm a very homebody person and grounded here at home and I'm an entrepreneur in my mind in the business sense, but in a life sense, I'm very grounded. I like being home all the time. But if I had my time again, especially in my younger years, I would have done more travelling.
Why? Because I didn't do any travelling when I was young either. And I'll tell you why, but I want to listen to why.
For me, I'm living vicariously through my daughter at the moment and her travelling. So I've got an older daughter and she's travelling the globe at the moment and she's backpacking everywhere and just the experiences she's having, I just love for her that she's doing that. She's living her best life.
Right.
And I never did anything like that. And so I look at that and that's, if I had my time again, I would try and fit that into my...
But you can do that now though.
I could, but it's not as easy just to bugger off and do 6 months of travelling, which that's what my daughter's doing.
Right.
Because I've got family, I've got commitments, I've got companies I'm involved with and whatnot.
That.
So it's not the same as when you're a single guy or girl and you just travel and carefree.
So here's my point on that. My understanding, and thank God I didn't take this view, a lot of young adults, travelling's a must. Your daughter, my daughter's my son. It's just a must. Nearly 99.9% of the kids do it. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Here's their reasoning, and this frustrates me. Actually, this gets me really, really upset.
Okay.
We better do it now because there's no chance we're going to do it later on. Why is that? Because, I'll probably get a full-time job, then I'll probably get married, then I'll probably have kids, and I just have to do it now. I think that's so much bullshit.
I reckon it's what they're not saying in that statement that makes a difference.
Right.
And so when I hear that, when I've got to do it now because I can't do it later, it's a bit like what I just said to you. It's the form of travelling. It's the freedom of just travelling on your own and having fun as compared to travelling with a family and all the burden that comes with that.
Are you saying, hang on, I've done a bit of travelling. Are you saying that you can't have fun with your family?
No, of course I wouldn't say that, but it's different.
It's different. I would bet
I can be, if I'm travelling on my own,
Yeah.
I can be 100% selfish and do whatever I want to do every minute of the day.
From that point of view? Oh, yeah.
Whereas if I'm with my family,
Oh, yeah.
you almost have to be selfless.
Yes.
Because,
Yeah.
like you want them to have a good time. And,
Well, that's your priority.
And so I want my kids to have a great experience,
Correct.
a good time. I want my wife to have a great experience, a good time. And so I'm taking that comment from whoever said that to you in that context, that
Right.
if I want to travel, just be selfish, do whatever I want, drink, stay up all night if I want, get drunk every night, whatever I want to do, if I want to do, that's the time to do it.
Right.
Because when you have a family, you have responsibilities. Like you got to take those things a little bit serious. So
of course.
You can't. I know there are people that just still go off on the booze and whatever, right? But I'm not that type of person. So for me, family's everything. And so we go together, and that's just a different experience.
It is. It is.
And so I take it in that light. So maybe the comment wasn't meant in that light.
Okay,
But
so your
that's
regret is
that's mine.
travelling.
Yeah.
But at some point in time, when your kids grow up, you can go do whatever you want with Jodie.
with Jodie, but she's the boss. So
Well, I made sure I said with Jodie. I didn't say just you. I said with Jodie.
yeah, so
But,
yes, absolutely, and we will, and we plan to.
Yeah.
But it's still not the same as when I was 20 years old, and I could have just been reckless and do whatever I want.
Okay.
Not the same.
So
What about you? What have you got
with
regrets?
me, in terms of travelling, I didn't travel because I was just so stubborn. I just wanted to make as much money as I could, tick all the boxes, which I wanted.
Yep.
And I had this concept in my head, like most 20-year-olds do, I want to pull the pin at 40 years old. That's
You want to retire at 40 years old.
Yeah, at 40 years old. No, it didn't happen at 40, it happened at 50. And then I would just travel. And I do. And it's fantastic. So do I have a regret about traveling? No. The only, which I think I've mentioned in one of my episodes, the only regret that I have, I should have taken more risks. And I should
In
have...
business or in love?
Both.
Okay.
Both. I should have... I was too conservative. I mean, if you go back 25 years, you'd look at my stuff and say, "What? But you've taken enough risk." No, I should have taken...
You could have gone harder.
I'm not talking gambling.
No, you could have gone harder.
I could have gone harder.
So you could have been a national insurance bond seller.
I should have gone harder. I should have been more open-minded. I should have borrowed more money too. I had this mental illness that I couldn't borrow. The banks were willing to give it, but I had this mental illness that if I over-borrowed, it was going to catch up with me. But again, I'm a bit like you. I don't have any really big regrets from that point of view, because I'm finding now I can do whatever I want and I'm happy because I'm still relatively young.
Yep. So that's good. That's good. So
Amazing.
the fact you don't have too many regrets and I don't, that means we live
You
good
just got
lives.
to keep looking forward.
I'm a big believer in that.
You
Just be optimistic.
You just can't look backwards because you're not going to change anything.
And it's also, life's too short.
It is.
Why live in the past?
I
Why be
know.
negative?
True.
Embrace technology, Harry. Embrace AI. It's all coming. You can't stop it.
I know.
And at one point, maybe our holidays will be we press a button and we just automatically telepathically end up
Star
somewhere.
Trek, eh?
Star Trek. So
Okay.
But yeah. So that's the key takeaway for anyone who's listening to this is just look forward.
I agree. And
learn from the past. Don't just ignore anything you can improve on.
don't spend more than 3 seconds in the past. Yeah, you learn and you just
And you dust it off and move on.
So can you just say that subscribe thing before we sign off?
Yeah, so anyone who's listening or watching, really appreciate if you'd subscribe to our podcast.
Even if you don't like us.
Even if you don't like Harry,
keep subscribing.
Keep subscribing.
And then that other button.
They only subscribe once. They don't have to subscribe every episode.
Of
Once they
course.
do it once, it's done, right? But for the new listeners, they've got to press subscribe.
And that bell.
And then the notification. Yeah, the bell for notifications. Yeah, and really appreciate your support. So I think that brings an end to
It certainly does.
episode 7, is this? I think it was episode 7. So,
AI.
The AI. Yes,
All right, mate.
No worries.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Bye.